Greetings to all. Welcome to AWS Solution Architect training sessions. Srinivas here. Hope you are able to see the screen and is my voice is clear? Can anyone confirm me?
Yes,
Eh,
it's clear.
Thank you. Thanks for confirmation. So once again, welcomes you all to AWS Solution Architect Associate trainings. So just before starting just an update, see here climate is not good. If any disconnection, please stay back online. If any network issues, here heavy rain is there. Okay, please connect, or if you got disconnected, please connect back again. Hope my voice is clear. If any voice is not clear or getting break or anything, please let me know on chat or raise the hand. Every participant is allowed to unmute. So if you are not able to unmute, then raise a hand so I can allow you to unmute yourself. Okay. If you are not able to unmute, then only raise the hand. Otherwise, you are happy to interrupt me at any point of time. Okay.
Is
Oh,
getting disconnected several times.
is my voice is not clear?
Yes, clear. Clear now.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Just brief discussion about batch. AWS Solution Architect batch number 413. This is designed for only weekends, that is Saturday and Sunday. Every weekend, 2-hour session starting from 6 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time, to until 8 p.m. 2 hours every weekend. That means every week, last 2 weekends, total 4 hours sessions will be there. So Saturday and Sunday only. So every week it is going to cover 4 hours. Okay. And this course is designed to deliver max to max 12 weeks, 12 weekends. That means 6 weekends. Together, 6 into 4, total 24 hours max, plus or minus 1 or 2 weekends. That is a max time limit. Okay, so here it is mentioned as 30 hours. It is going to complete by 12 weekends. That means including Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So the course fee is 4,200 and 720 rupees INR. In dollars, it is 57. Now that's outside who are connecting from other than India. They are able to see the price tag is 57 in USD. Dollars, it is going to showcase. Okay. And first 2 sessions of this batch is free to attend. That means today and tomorrow, everyone is allowed to attend without making any payment. Okay. So you can understand how this training is going on, how the delivery, how the presentation, is it topics, whatever the course content is relevant or not. Everything you can understand and you can take a call to continue the sessions. So first 2 sessions are free to attend. So just if you are not at, for example, this particular video is going to, session is getting recorded and this will be uploaded to YouTube, wherein everyone can watch the recorded sessions. So please log on to www.logiclabstech.com, wherein you can click on upcoming batches. You can see here, upcoming batches. Just you can select here and you are going to get the details of related information about this particular batch. So here, as soon as you click on upcoming batches, you will find whatever the technologies are going to deliver by Logic Labs technologies, you will able to see the details. For example, here, AWS Solution Architect, today it is started, who is the trainer, what is the time frame, and what is the days it is going to schedule the delivery, and you will find a link for Zoom link and WhatsApp community, payment link, and course content. This Zoom link, whatever the Zoom link you are able to see, this Zoom link is allow you to register for free. As you already joined today's session, who are watching this particular session on YouTube, they can register by going to logiclabstech.com, wherein click on upcoming batches, you will find Zoom link. As soon as you click on Zoom link, it is going to ask your email ID, just free to register, so that you are able to get a tomorrow session Zoom link. With that Zoom link, you are able to attend this particular session. So first two sessions are free to attend without making any payment. From third session onwards, whoever going to make the payment, they are going to get a separate Zoom link to continue the rest of the sessions. Okay. So the first two sessions, every session, not only first, every session is going to get live session is going to get record. That recorded session will be uploaded to YouTube. That is first two sessions, so that everyone can understand, or else who are part of WhatsApp community, they are going to get a link. Whatever the link it is uploaded, the recorded video uploaded to YouTube, admin team is going to share the recorded link, YouTube link, so that you can share with your friends and colleagues. So if they are interested, they can join this particular session. Okay. So from the day 3, from the day 1 onwards, every session is a live session and every session is getting recorded. So today's session also, it is getting recorded. First two sessions will be uploaded to YouTube for everyone's understanding. All sessions from day 1, every session will be uploaded to LMS Graphy portal. That portal link will be shared with the only paid participants, so they can access that particular recorded sessions for lifetime from all the recorded sessions. Okay. So once you are happy with this particular session, you need to make sure before making the payment, as soon as you are going to click on payment link, just make sure whatever the payment link, just make sure you are making a payment for right batch, because once you complete the payment, there is no option to batch shift, or there is no option to amount refund. So please cross verify before making a payment. That is what here it is mentioned. There is no batch shifting. Okay. And there is no amount refund options are going to entertain. Okay. So one more important thing, everyone must be member of WhatsApp community. You may be member of other WhatsApp community, other batches. Why this is so important to be part of this particular specific WhatsApp community? Here, you are going to get a regular updates. So just click on the same link, whatever the link, www.logiclabstech.com, wherein you are able to click on upcoming batches, wherein you can find WhatsApp community link. Just click on WhatsApp community link. You are going to get on your mobile. You can click on your mobile so that you will be part of this specific batch WhatsApp community. Okay. So please, member of WhatsApp community, whoever interested to continue this session. So here in this WhatsApp community, other than promotions, you are going to get a regular updates about this particular batch. That means, for example, session is getting delayed or session is going to cancel due to trainer's issue or any technical issue. They are going to provide update in this particular WhatsApp community. Okay. Please make sure, it is very much important to be part of this WhatsApp community, that is AWS Solution Architect Associate Weekend Batch 413. Okay. So all the sessions getting recorded, and whatever the PPT file, whatever the note files, whatever the PDF files, at the end of the session, we are going to share the dump, exam dump. All those files will be uploaded along with the recorded session in LMS Graphy portal. This portal will be getting an access for all paid participants from the day one. Okay, so all the sessions will be uploaded there. They can watch the recorded session n number of times for lifetime. They can download PPT files, note files, PDF files, any files other than recorded video. Recorded video only can be playable on any device. Okay. And if you have any concerns, not able to access LMS Graphy portal, not able to complete the payment, any related queries, you can send a mail communication to support@logiclabstech.com. And these two numbers are available on WhatsApp. So other than India, they can reach on WhatsApp, they can call, they can send a message. In that WhatsApp community, admin members are available. You can send a message, you can try and call them so that they are able to assist you for any kind of queries. So the admin team, the support team is available Monday to Saturday between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. IST, Indian time. Okay, please make sure while contacting. If you are not getting a response, please leave a message on WhatsApp community or WhatsApp number so they are able to assist you immediately as soon as possible. We are available on social media like Telegram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. It is very much important if register, subscribe YouTube channel as soon as you log into logiclabstech.com. You just click on YouTube, wherein you can, as soon as you search for Logic Labs, whatever the emerging technologies, Logic Labs technologies. You are able to see here the Logic Labs technologies.
Cloud computing.
Subscribe this Logic Labs technology so that here, whatever the emerging technology is going to deliver by Logic Labs, those first two sessions for every batch, it may be Python, it may be AWS Terraform, Azure Terraform, or every technology, first two or three sessions will be uploaded to this particular channel. So you are able to review without registration, without making any payment. You can understand how the training is going on. If it is relevant to your enhancement, your technical enhancement, you can contact support team and get the links and get the payment so you can join the respective batch. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel, Logic Labs Technologies, for every technology, not only my technology. Every technology is going to upload first two or three sessions will be uploaded to this particular YouTube channel. Okay. This is about the basic information about this batch. If any questions are there, you can ask about batch details or anything. I am going to start some more information about the course at any point of time. If you have any questions, you can interrupt me at any point of time without any hesitation. Yeah. Any questions until now? Okay. So once again, welcome you all. AWS, that is Amazon Web Services Solution Architect Associate. This training is designed to understand Solution Architect Associate training modules. What is a course? What is the services we are going to discuss throughout this course content? Everything I'm going to discuss in today's session. That is agenda. What is agenda today? Just introduction, course overview, the training procedure, and if you have any questions, no need to wait until end. You can ask questions at any point of time. You are allowed to unmute yourself. You can interrupt me. don't hesitate. This training is for you to understand, to enhance the skills. Okay. About the trainer, about myself, I'm Leela Srinivas, having 23 years of IT experience. I performed the different roles. I started my career as a customer support executive, as a rental administrator. Later, one by one, I moved to different roles, virtualization, and then cloud technology, which are related to infrastructure. Okay, infrastructure management. I performed different kinds of roles from the customer support executive to until manager. Having extensive knowledge on VMware virtualization technology and cloud technology, having an experience on AWS and Azure and Google Cloud, working on different platforms. That is 4 years of experience on cloud technology. Apart from this technical knowledge, I have been delivering the technical sessions in-house and as well as through Logic Labs technologies. And this is my part-time. So delivering the training session, extensive experience in delivering the sessions. I can explain the core level from the bottom and whatever the senior experience level, whatever the questions it may be, I am in a position to, I'll try to correlate whatever the questions you may ask because I perform different roles. So how the integrations are going to happen, how the flow is going to happen, everything I'm in a position to explain as my at at my best. Okay, you can rely on me. You can clarify whatever the questions you may have. I'll try to answer your queries with more clarity. Okay. I am certified professional in virtualization, Azure, AWS, and Microsoft and process. This is about myself. Okay. So if you would like to speak up, what is your expectation? You can tell your name, what is your experience, what is your expectation from this course. If you have any doubts, please come forward and speak up. Any questions? Anyone? If you are not able to unmute, please raise the hand so that I am going to allow you to unmute. You can introduce and you can ask what is our expectation. I'm going to explain the course content, course overview, everything. Anyone?
Yeah, myself, Naved Anand. I have around 10 years experience in the IT industry as a senior software engineer, and I am from the Kolkata. And my expectation is to clear the AWS solution architecture exam as well as the DevOps exam from the AWS. So is this course is quite suitable for me?
Yes. See, if you are going for an exam, this
Okay.
particular course is going to support AWS Cloud Practitioner as well as Solution Architect exam. And DevOps, what you are going to attend exam. For DevOps or any advanced technologies within AWS, this particular course module is essential. Without this, there is no, you are not in a position to understand the concepts of DevOps or any other technology. Okay, so this is the right platform, right course to understand solution architect, and it is going to cover all the services, what is important, exam point of view, topics I'm going to explain while discussing about specific service, how many questions you are going to get from this particular topic. Okay, I'm going to explain. At the end of the course, I'm going to provide terms and there is other tools are available to practice before preparing for exam, before attending the exam, you can complete the tools and then so that you are going to get a confidence. Okay. Yes, this is the right course for your expectations.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Hi,
Hi, Manoj.
I'm Manoj Patil. I'm working in IT sector from last 18 years.
Okay, very
Currently,
good.
I'm working as a Oracle DBA.
Okay.
Okay. My sector is the financial sector, banking sector.
Okay.
We have our on-premise data center.
Okay.
Okay. And I want to learn to ship my data center to any other AWS or Yota or anything, any other data center. Okay.
Okay.
Or I want to hosted customer at my location, in my in prime location.
Okay.
So I want to explore my knowledge, or I want to uh, build my knowledge in or AWS technology or Google or Oracle Cloud. So it is the right way I'm connecting with you.
Very good, Manoj. Thanks for your sharing the information.
Mhm.
Yes. See, the thing is that why AWS I'm going to discuss in upcoming topics.
Mhm.
Here in AWS cloud technology, the solution architect, whatever the training module I'm going to present, you are going to practice, it is going to provide a 12 months free tier. That means no other cloud provider is going to provide that much free option. Okay. With that 12 months free option, you are going to explore different services, how do we configure, how to practice and all those things. Once you understand the concepts of AWS with a free tier without making any payment, you are able to understand the concept, the basics, and that
Mhm.
basics you are able to correlate with Azure, Google Cloud, Oracle Cloud, any other cloud provider. Every cloud provider is going to service the same basics, but
Okay.
with a different technical name. So once you understand this concept, you are able to understand the concept with other clouds. You can, whatever the service you are going to ask, customer is going to ask a different hosting platform. Maybe customer is happy with AWS, maybe happy with Azure or a GCP. You are in a position to compare what is you are going to get in AWS, what is the benefit you are going to get Azure or GCP. Once you understand the basics, the same basics with a different technical name across the platforms. Okay.
Okay.
This is a right course. With why I'm telling right course here, we are not providing 12 months free. The AWS itself is providing 12 months free. Whatever the services we are going to practice for any cloud provider, here in this environment, you are going to get a live environment. Every technology without practice, you are not going to get expertise.
Sure.
So according to your expertization, you are in a position to present your skills and sell your skills to the customer or organization to enhance in a career, right?
Right.
This is the right platform. Yes, Manoj.
Yeah, this is the basic platform, or after that, any advance or any advanced course for?
Very good. See here, in a IT infrastructure, there is a, for every application, why application is going to come into picture. It is going to serve the users. Every IT sector is going to work first users. According to users, application is going to come into picture. For that application, what is the platform we need to design? To platform in the sense, the platform is going to come into picture infrastructure. The application is going to work what operating system, what database is required, or what is the storage requirement, network requirements, firewall security, everything comes under infrastructure.
Right.
That application layer is going to work with the DevOps, how you are going to integrate with the infrastructure. Are you going to manage infrastructure or are you going to maintain only DevOps? If you want to work only DevOps tools, each and every application, in DevOps also, it is one kind of different tools you are going to use. That tools are going to work in infrastructure layer. That infrastructure which we are going to cover in this particular training module. Without infrastructure, you are not in a position to understand the key components, services which you are going to use in advance. So this is a basic, it is not a basic, this is an essential skill to work on any advance, any specialization, cyber security, DevOps, anything, Terraform, Anything
Mhm.
this solution architect associate is, it is not a basic, I can say, it is an essential skill to explore. In cloud technology, you are the admin, you are the solution, you are the design person to coordinate each and every layer. In traditional environment, a rental administrator, a storage administrator, network and different administrators, application, different layers will be there. But in cloud, everything you should understand how things are going to integrate one to other. It is very easy. The way the platform is going to showcase, I'm going to showcase how easily you are going to navigate each and everything. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj. Okay. I'm going to proceed. If at all any questions are there, you can interrupt me at any point of time. Okay. Course overview. This AWS Solution Architect Associate, we are going to provide live, and I am going to perform each and every action live. Don't perform parallel operation. First listen. So you are going to get a 5 days time after the weekend. You can practice with this session, and then you can explore. The important thing about this AWS is you are going to get a free tier registration and access. So to practice, okay, I'm going to provide a basic concept correlating traditional IT environment that is on premises. That same thing on premises now they are calling as a private cloud. You can call it as on-prem private cloud versus public cloud. That public cloud providers are nothing but, we are discussing about AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, other cloud providers. You can correlate what best you are going to get. Once you understand the basic, the traditional IT environment, each topic I am going to correlate with the easy. Here, the most advantage thing is that you don't need any expertise. For example, if you want to configure a router or a firewall, what is going to happen? You have to have the network knowledge. Without network knowledge, you are not in a position to configure firewall or routing services or anything. But in AWS cloud, with the basic knowledge, you are able to navigate and able to implement the firewall and routing functions. Okay, I'm going to explain so that you are able to understand. Yes, Jagadeshwari, you can unmute. If you are not able to unmute, then only raise the hand.
Uh, uh, Srinivas, all
Yes,
right. Your name.
yes, ma'am.
I'm from basically US. I'm Jagdishwari. I work as a IT program manager, where 14 years of experience.
Very good.
Most of the time, I was in Cloud Center of Excellence team or CTO organization. So I completed my practitioner, AWS practitioner, but again, just wanted to have deeper knowledge on this. But I don't have much coding knowledge. Even though this course will be helpful for me.
Yes, this course doesn't require any coding knowledge. You are going to explore as per your position. You are going to
Mhm.
explore the deeper level. Generally, cloud practitioner is more than enough for your position. So as you are looking for more enhancement or what is a deeper knowledge in this particular course, everything I'm going to navigate, and you are going to get different options which are going to helpful to give the better presentation to the customer to what services you are going to provide through this particular
Mhm.
hosting services, right?
Okay.
So
Yep.
it is
Yep.
going to helpful for your enhancement. Yes, please.
Okay. But I don't have a coding knowledge. Is that
Here,
something
the
okay?
coding knowledge
Still,
is
I
not
can able
required.
to enable.
We are not going to do any coding throughout this course.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, throughout
Okay.
this course, not even single coding is going to come into picture. You
Okay.
are
Because
easy
we
to
are going
navigate.
to enable, right? We are going to enable the DNS. We are going to fix the firewall kind of a thing, but not coding needed. Okay.
Everything, it is so simple. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
through just navigating in the graphical user interface, that's like mouse movement, and you are going to
Oh,
mention certain things. Okay,
Oh,
this is the
thank you.
basic, so you are able to understand what services can be configured without not even single coding step.
Oh, okay, thank you, sir. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, thank you, Jatish. Okay, so we are going to understand the compute system server requirement because the solution architect associate is moreover related to infrastructure. Infrastructure means systems, how the network, how the storage. Every component without infrastructure, there is no IT environment, right? So we are going to understand the networking components, how the storage requirements, how the services, how the systems are going to integrate each and every services with a very easy how we are going to implement different service components. Okay, that is what I'm going to correlate virtualization components as well as cloud and what is the advantages of cloud. Okay, and the basic cloud concepts. In the basic of cloud concept, why everyone is looking for cloud, what is the basic advantage, availability, scalability. What is scalability? Whenever we are going to deploy a service, is it service, what are the service we are going to configure in live? Is it related to availability? Is it related to scalability or security or pay as you go model? These four concepts are key why cloud is emerging nowadays. Okay. So while configuring respect to service, we are going to talk about why this is comes under availability. One of the biggest advantages of cloud. What is the scalability? We are going to, while working on configuring specific service, we are going to understand what scalability, why cloud is biggest advantage of the scalability. Pay as you go model, no need to pay anything. Without paying anything, you are able to deploy services across the regions, across the data centers without paying not even 1 rupee. That is the biggest advantage. You use it, you pay it. That's it. As simple as that. That is one of the biggest advantage for smaller organizations. Okay. We are going to understand each and everything very easy. And concept of AWS and important services of AWS. Understand each important service and correlate with on-premises, that is a traditional environment, how the migration is going to work. We are going to talk about migration as well, how on-prem to cloud migration, what is a hybrid cloud, what is a community cloud, everything we are going to talk about whenever the topic is going to come into picture, whenever we are going to talk about specific service. Okay, this is not a theory sessions, it is a live, and I am going to perform the action by explaining each and every component. So that session is going to get recorded, so you can pause the video and practice, and your practice must be in such a way that you should not watch. Without watching the recorded session, you should be able to implement the same concept. That kind of practice, you are able to understand how I am going to perform in while presenting live without watching the recorded session, without watching the notes, without step-by-step instructions. I am able to showcase. That kind of practice you need to do. That kind of practice, what is required, without making any single rupee. With the 12 months free trial, I am able to get expertise in the cloud technology. That is a key here. Okay. Without practice, if you are not getting time, please don't join this session. Don't waste your time. I'm going to say so simple. Simply listening or watching YouTube is not going to work, is not going to enhance your skills. Technology requires hands-on practice. If you are not able to practice, please don't waste your time, don't waste your money. As simple as that. Yeah, thank you. So the training procedure, how the training procedure is going to happen over this complete weekends. All live and interactive sessions, everyone is going to interact with me, and I'm going to make sure everyone is going to create and practice. Okay, each session will be recorded and uploaded along with the notes, whatever the PPT, whatever the PDF, whatever the note files, everything will be uploaded to LMS Graphy portal. Okay, One-to-one correlation is available. So according to your questions, here the cloud technology is emerging. You have to grab the opportunity. So please practice. While doing the practice, you are going to get a different questions. Okay, you have to ask, you have to interact with me. Okay, some questions maybe I'm not in a position to answer. With your questions, I have to enhance my skills. That kind of approach. So it is a kind of mutual uh, discussion to enhance each one's skills. Okay. As part of this training, I'm going to talk about EC2, what are the different services I described here. I'm going to connect in a while to showcase under respect to service, what are the different components are going to come into picture. Okay, all these services we are going to understand, especially under compute itself. Here, important service it is mentioned only EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. Only one service. It is not one service. Under EC2, there are plenty of sub-services. That plenty of services here in Elastic, that EC2 instance. In AWS, you are going to call it as instance. Once you understand the basic, what is instance? That is a system, a virtual system. That same component, the same basic, in Azure, it is going to call it as a virtual machine. In GCP is going to call it as a virtual machine. Different ways. You are going to understand what is instance, how easily you are going to deploy without making anything. Okay. Under instance, you are going to work on Linux, Windows, Mac, everything, whatever you would like to enhance your skills. You don't need any expertise. You can deploy, practice it, delete it. So everyone going to say that I did not get option to work on live environment. Especially in AWS cloud, you are not eligible to say that sentence because your action you can perform, you can create, you can design, you can practice. Whatever the practice you are going to do, whatever the action you are going to do, that is similar to live environment. That too, you are going to get 12 months with creating a multiple IDs, multiple email IDs. You can enhance the 12 months. 12 months is not required. If you practice just 3 months, you can showcase your knowledge as a 4 years of experience. How hard you are going to practice, you can showcase, you can present the skills in such a way that I have been working on AWS from past 4 years. You can present. Every interview, it is going to show, it is going to ask how you manage the environment. That's it. Okay. It is all depends upon the practice and the presentation. Okay. So in this compute, you are going to talk about all these services similar to identity and access management. We are going to cover how to create a groups, how to create a users, how to provide permissions, how to enable command line to work with a Terraform. All those things comes under identity and access management. We are going to work on storage. What are the different storage services? Object storage, file storage, block storage. What service we are going to use in which requirement? How to integrate? Some requirements requires a object storage. We are going to understand different services, what service is required to work with a specific functionality. Okay, we are going to talk about all those things. Very important, the network. Without having any knowledge on the network, whatever the storage or maybe instance, Wintel administrator requires a deep knowledge and to work on Wintel system or Linux system. Okay, but here doesn't require any deep knowledge. Just you should have enthusiasm to learn the topics. That's it. It is going to provide whatever the requirements. It may be going to provide documentation. Just you need to use the mouse here and there. That's it. I'm going to showcase how easily we are going to deploy. Today's session is there. We are going to talk about. And the certification path. What this course is going to talk about, what services. We are going to cover these two certifications, AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner as well as Solution Architect. One more biggest advantage in AWS, you no need to fulfill pre-requirements. If you, for example, if you would like to go with a DevOps, there is no necessity to complete a cloud practitioner first, after that solution architect second. There is no sequence. According to your expertise, you can go for any exam, any specialization or anything. Okay. For generally cloud practitioner is going to suitable for managers position, sales professionals, wherein they are going to present the things to customer. While presenting the things to customer, they should know what service is going to do what, how the services are going to integrate. That knowledge is more than enough. Whereas in solution architect associate, it is related to moreover technical, who are going to implement design, solution, troubleshooting, all those things. It requires solution architect associate. Once you have a knowledge, you can go with any advanced step like DevOps, cybersecurity, or AI. Now industry is moving towards AI. In AI itself, there are different flavors. So you, for everything, the infrastructure is important. How the network is going to work, how the storage is going to work. Without infrastructure, no application, no AI. The entire IT environment is going to work on the data. How you are going to use the data, how you are going to access the data, protecting the data, everything is related to data. So here we are going to talk about complete infrastructure and some services. How you are going to manage the IT infrastructure as a one-man army. Okay. In a traditional environment, for each and everything, bit and pieces, you are going to work. But in cloud, you can work each and everything. You have to understand. Okay. This is a practice certification. You can go with any certification. This particular course, with this particular course, you are able to complete with very easy. The cloud practitioner you can complete. Solution architect associate you can complete. Both exams are going to get the whatever the topics we are going to discuss, what are the topics we are going to practice. The exam pattern is going to be a kind of scenario. Some questions will be direct. All questions are going to be a multiple choice, MCQ. So once you understand the scenario, you are able to answer the question very easily. Okay. Until now, any questions? We are going to move to next action, that is discussing connecting the actual topics. Till now, explained about the batch information and course presentation, training procedure. I haven't started anything about live on AWS platform. Any questions until now? Any?
Hi, Srinivas.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Sayan here.
I
So,
Sayan.
yeah. So I have a question. Is the certificate valid for lifetime, or do you need to renew it after some years, or
Yes,
uh,
currently it is supports for every year. Every year you have to renewal. Okay, the time to time, each platform is going to change the life cycle of the certification. Okay, currently it is, I think 1 year or 2 years. I need to check, but it is not for lifetime. You have to enhance year by year. Okay.
okay? Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello. Provide the test cases. So we will practice on AWS.
Sorry, Manoj. Could you please repeat again?
Can you provide test cases to practice on AWS?
Yeah, we are going to work on now. I'm going to ask you to register. Everyone must register. Without test cases, whatever the knowledge you are going to gain, you have to work with your projects, you are going to deploy your own design. Everything you are going to practice. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Let's move on. What is today's agenda? Every session is going to start today's agenda, and tomorrow session, like whatever the topics previous session we discussed, first 5 minutes I'm going to talk about previous session, just overview, recap, and then proceed with today's agenda. As it is a first day, if the introduction is done, course details, certification path, everything done. Now the next topic is register for free tier account. That is what we are going to work now, and then we are going to, with that free tier account, we are going to log in. First of all, whoever I told you, right, I already mentioned, whoever going to practice, whoever interested to do practice on AWS console, please join. Otherwise, don't waste your time, don't waste your money. Okay, so the first step in this process is free tier account registration. I'm going to showcase what is a free tier account registration. Everyone must practice the free tier account registration. Without that, you are not going to. Just a moment. If you are not speaking, please go on mute. Thank you. 1 second. I'm going to access. Okay. This is a free tier account. So everyone, I'm going to start the session with the free tier account registration. So first of all, who are going to connect? Okay. They have to connect to this particular console, AWS Management Console. You just Google it, AWS Management Console. Okay, search engine. You can get a login screen. Manage AWS resources, AWS Management Console. Click on that. Okay. You are going to get, this is the first page wherein you have to start your journey. Okay. In this, you are going to click on here on the top corner, you will find create AWS account. Okay. Even if you are clicking on sign in also, it is gives you create a AWS account. So I'm going to click on sign in first. You can see here sign in AWS Management Console. This is a starting to the journey. Okay. So here in this, it is going to ask, you have a multiple options. I am user, change to sign into with a root user, you have option. Now there is an option, create a new AWS account. Okay. This is a place everyone must create a registered account. Whoever already having an account, keep that account aside. What time you may be created, if you are not sure, go with a fresh account. Okay. Follow this procedure. With this procedure, you are completing the registration process. See here, step-by-step instruction is available. I'm going to increase the font size. Just a moment. If you are using organization email ID, I recommend you to use personal email ID. Okay, it may be Gmail, it may be Hotmail, Yahoo, whatever email ID. Please use that email ID to log in, to register to this particular AWS account. Okay, what is required to start with? Okay, first is required, you are going to create an AWS account. As soon as you click on create a new AWS account, you are going to prompt to enter an email ID. Whatever the email ID you are going to enter, that is going to act as root user. That is going to act as a root user. So you can mention root email ID that must be accessible. You have to log in. You are going to get a code to activate. So please use active email ID. So once you mention active email ID, you can mention account name, then verify email address, it is going to get a code. Then you have to enter the code and then verify, then process is going to start. Here, the password setting up your root user. The password can follow a specific instructions, what password to be accepted. You have to follow that instructions to set your root user password. Okay. Then whatever the screen you are going to get, I just mentioned all fields are mandatory. Okay. You have to mention a screen. Here in this particular screen, the first section, there will be two options wherein you are going to mention personal use only. Okay, then there is a option business. Don't select business, only choose personal. Okay, make sure you are selecting personal and mention your name and followed by the following details. Step by step document process is available. Each and every field is important. To create AWS free tier account, you must have email ID, active email ID. Next, mobile number. Next, you should have a credit card. I said you said free tier. Why credit card? The thing is that it is going to validate your payment instructions. Okay, it is going to detect initially 2 rupees for Indian customers, $1 for other than Indian customers. It is going to whatever the amount, 2 rupees or $1. That amount will be validating purpose only. Once the validation success, that whatever the amount is going to detect from your account, that will be revert to your account within 3 to 5 business working days. Okay, so that is the reason I said it is a free tier account. It is going to validate you are having a valid payment method that is going to use your credit card. It is not going to detect any amount without your authorization. So no need to worry about anything. So you can use the credit card. Without credit card, you are not in a position to register the account. Okay. Email ID, mobile number, credit card, and the PAN number. These details are mandatory to complete the registration. So here it is going to ask details. Address, you can mention anything, but don't leave any field blank. Every field is mandatory. Okay. You just follow that instructions and continue step 2 of 5. Once you continue step 2 of 5, here it is going to ask billing information first. You have to mention your credit card information, only it accepts only credit card. It is clearly mentions 3 to 5 days of business working days, the amount will be refunded. For India customers, it is just 2 rupees. Whatever the credit card you are going to mention, you are going to get a OTP. In that OTP, it is going to mention what amount it is going to deduct. For India customer, it is going to mention as a 2 rupees. For other than India customers, it is going to showcase as a $1. Make sure before entering OTP, is it showing the right amount or not? Then only enter the OTP. Okay. The next screen, it is going to provide OTP screen. Once you mention all these details, next screen you can go for entering, authorizing the payment. Here it is going to showcase one-time password OTP to detect 2 rupees. You can see here, I completed my registration way back and it is showing just 2 rupees. And whatever the OTP it is showing here, that OTP entered over here. By looking at the confirmation, my OTP message I'm going to get, and it is going to clearly mention that it is this OTP is to detect 2 rupees or $1. Then only enter that OTP here in this particular page. Okay. This is a free tier account. It is not going to detect any amount without your authorization. Whatever the amount in during the registration, that amount will be back to your account 3 to 5 working days. Okay. That is the reason I'm telling it is a free tier account. Next page, sign up to AWS, wherein you are going to authenticate your mobile. First page, you accepted mail verification. In this message, you are going to validate your mobile number. You are going to get a OTP code to your mobile number. So you have to mention valid mobile number, valid email ID, valid mobile number, credit card. Without these three details, you are not able to complete the registration. Okay. So you are going to enter. You can use the same mobile number and same credit card. The only thing, the root user, if the 12 months, if you already registered and you are not sure when did you create, no problem, leave that. Use a different email ID with the same mobile number, same credit card can be registered. Okay. Please use personal account only. There are two participants who are not able to unmute. They can raise their hand. Sorry, I just now noticed. Now everyone. Okay. So the last step here, you no need to choose any development support, not required. You no need to create a business support account, not required. Just go with a basic support that is a free. This is an important step in this registration process. Okay. While creating a registration, everyone, for tomorrow session, you must complete this registration. You should able to log in AWS Management Console. Okay. That is final step. You are able to successfully completed the registration. You are able to log in. Once you are log in, you are going to option to log in AWS Management Console. You are going to get the same screen. Here, there is two options, IAM user, and there is an option sign in using root user email. When to use IAM user? When we are going to discuss about identity and access management, then we are going to use this option. Currently, initial sessions, we are going to connect everything by using root user email ID. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use, click on AWS Management Console. Straight away, I'm going to root user or else in this. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, I just wanted to know, uh, like, how's the job market in AWS? Like, how many days course is it? And I joined a little late. So, um, what are the chances like of cracking interview? Like Azure is there, GCP is there.
Yes, very good question, Sam. The thing is that for everything to crack the interview, to enhance your skills in the cloud technology, uh, there are Azure is available, AWS is available, okay, Oracle Cloud, different cloud providers are available, okay. Now industry is looking for a cloud engineer, okay. What cloud is the best? First, you need to understand, you have to practice. For a practice and understanding the concepts, AWS is the only cloud provider is providing 12 months free access. No other cloud provider is providing this kind of flexibility. I'm not pointing any other cloud provider. The features I'm going to showcase why AWS is industry leader, why the AWS is providing 12 months free tier. Within that 12 months free tier, it is going to provide the best capabilities. Whatever the service you are going to choose, it is going to make sure the AWS infrastructure, how robust it is. It is going to make sure the service, whatever the service you are going to choose, that service is going to be available with a full performance. If you are not happy to access the service, you are not going to use that service, right? First, you have to utilize how this performance, how it is working. If you are happy with this, then only you can go for service enablement. AWS is providing 12 months free. You can practice, you can enhance, you can skill enhancement, everything. With that skill enhancement, the customer may use AWS, maybe Azure or GCP, Oracle, whatever it may be. With this AWS knowledge, once you are get expertise, you can switch over to any technology. There is a limited free or limited access will be available, but you are able to understand, easily navigate to any cloud provider. Okay, coming to the job market. Yes, job market is looking for cloud engineers, DevOps engineers, solution architect. Current market is looking for agile, like everyone must know different skills, multi skills. One technology I know only AWS, no one is going to talk about, take a think about. Okay, you should showcase your resume. Yes, I have been working AWS Azure. You should be in a position to explain, present your technical capabilities. When you can do that, once you understand the concepts, that practice is going to give this AWS free tier account. Okay, once you practice, how much time you need to practice to crack the interview? That is your question. To be frank, just I can say 3 months is minimum. If you practice thoroughly for 3 months, you should be in a position to, like, you should not refer to notes, you should not refer to recorded session. As soon as you get in a scenario, okay, as soon as the customer or interview, as soon as this is my requirement, you should able to recall what service to be configured, what service to be integrated, where to go, where to click, what service to be selected. That kind of knowledge, 3 months is sufficient. This course is going to complete within 12 weekends. That means every weekend, 2 sessions, Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sign into, I'm going to click on IAM user. I'm not going to use. First starting, I'm going to use sign into root user email. I'm going to click on here. Every session until we are going to discuss about identity and access management, will go with root user only. Okay. I'm going to come here, root user selected. I'm going to use registered. I'm using different accounts. So for every account registration, right after registration, it is going to enable multi-factor authentication. You have to enable multi-factor authentication. It is going to give prompt you. You can install on your mobile multi-factor authentication, Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator, anything, wherein you can add the code. Okay, you can register the code, whatever the account you are going to create. So without multi-factor authentication, you are not going to allow to log in. First 2 or 3 sessions, it is going to allow without MFA, multi-factor authentication. Later, you must enter. Okay. So I'm going to enter. Yes. This is the AWS Management Console. The first instruction which I'm going to provide each one of you, as soon as you log in, okay, don't use the shortcuts. Whatever the recently services visited, you are going to seek as I have been using these many services. So it is going to showcase all the recent services. Directly, I can choose here, but we should not. During the practice, you should not use recently used services. At the same time, you should not use this service category. Okay, such category. Whatever the services, you have to understand the categorization and you have to understand what sub services are available. Okay, don't use a search or don't use recently visited. Always what you need to do in this AWS management console, you have to understand the first management console as soon as login. This is the interface everyone is going to get. Even the customer interface also similar to this only. Okay. In this, you are going to get different sections you are going to understand first. Okay, first thing is at the right left corner, you are able to see 9 dots. Okay, this 9 dots is going to provide a complete list of services. Okay, and next you are able to see whatever the account registration you completed, that account name is going to showcase in the right top corner. The next, it is going to showcase some reason. What is the reason I am going to talk about? First of all, I am going to click on services, that is top left corner, the 9 dots. Here you are going to get a categorization. Okay, that what is a categorization, where to go, which one is the starting point, everything we are going to understand. Okay, so here different categorizations available. Under this categorization we are going to select, for example, the first action which you are going to start is deploying a system. Without system, no application. Without application, no users. Okay, whatever the IT requirement, the IT requirement is going to come. A specific user need to perform certain action. That certain action to be performed, that user requires an application access. That application access can be provided by creating, installing that specific application on a platform. That platform can be configured on a system. That is a actual structure in traditional environment. The same structure is going to follow here. We are going to understand first a system and a platform. That is where compute, the first starting point. A system, without laptop, without mobile, will you able to access any application? No, right? So the first starting point here which we are going to understand under services, first one is compute. Under compute, there are different sub options are available. These many sub options are available. Out of all these, I am going to select EC2. As soon as I select EC2, I am going to get EC2 dashboard. Here, we are going to talk about all these different concepts. Okay, all these, what is instance, images, elastic block store, network security, load balancing, auto scaling, all these concepts we are going to discuss one by one. This is a starting point which we are going to perform. Okay, next, what is account? Here on the Srinu cloud, this is my account name. There is a small arrow is there on the top right corner. I'm going to click on that name, wherein I'm going to get a different options, wherein I'm going to click on billing and cost management, account information, security credentials, all those details. In this cloud portal, the most important thing in exam point of view as well as interview point of view, the cloud portal is going to work on billing. Okay, this is going to be a running cost. Okay, so each and every service component is related to some or other billing. Some services will be minute basis, some services will be GB based storage capacity basis, some services hourly based, some services monthly based. For each and every service, you have to understand the billing. Okay, without understanding the billing pattern, you should not configure any service. Okay, so the first, whatever the session I am going to start, we are going to start the session with billing and cost management. Okay, so the billing cost management, we are going to understand different components. What is the bill, what is the utilization, what is the service component. Under this billing, we are going to understand billing and payment. Here are going to understand there is an option free tier. You can see that there is an option free tier. This is our free tier limitation. What we are going to get as part of free tier. I said 12 months free, right? So I'm going to showcase what is free tier. Here I'm going to clear and I'm going to open AWS free tier limitation. You can search and you are going to get a URL, free computing free tier. Just click on that. The first service I said compute. Within the compute, it is going to get Amazon EC2 750 hours. This 750 hours per month. Like that, you are going to get 12 months. So you can create n number of instances, you can practice, you can delete, you can do whatever R&D you would like to do. Without any expertise, you can deploy Linux, you can deploy Windows, you can practice. Not only that, you are going to get a different versions. I'm going to deploy today. Okay. This is going to provide complete free tier list. The same information you can see that by selecting a free tier under billing and cost management, what is my utilization in this free tier in my account. Till now, I have been using these many services. All these services not even touches 1%. Okay, not even 1%. That's the reason we can utilize, we can practice. Okay, this is important for every time. As soon as you log in, you need to understand cost management effectively. Every organization nowadays is looking for cost optimization. You are going to get this question is mandatory. You are going to get without fail. How do you perform cost optimization? They are going to provide a scenario and ask you, how do you optimize? How you are going to reduce my billing? To answer that, you have to understand business knowledge, that service, specific service, what all the services are integrated in that particular component, what is a billing cycle, what is the best way to reduce the monthly billing. Nowadays, every organization is getting challenged to pay monthly bills. That is a running cost, huge bills. Organization is giving awards who are able to reduce the billing by 1 hour, 2 hours, 10 hours. So they are getting a cash awards. That much you can understand how the billing is going to impact. Okay. So here we are going to understand. Now next one. Previously I selected a reason for every service, whatever the service. Now this billing and cost management is also one service. As soon as I select a specific service, next to account, it is going to change two categories. One is regional based service, one is global service. What is a regional first of all? The AWS global infrastructure. What is AWS global infrastructure spread across? Okay, I'm going to open AWS global infrastructure. As soon as you click on AWS Global Infrastructure, currently AWS organization is running across 36 regions. Here you can see that 36 regions. What is a region? A region is nothing but it is going to have a dedicated data centers within that region. Okay, that dedicated data centers are going to call it as a availability zones. Availability zone is nothing but a complete IT setup, a building. It is equipped with complete IT infrastructure to serve the customer. Okay, that data center in a traditional environment, we are going to call it as a data center. Now that same data center in AWS, it is going to call it as a availability zone. For each region is nothing but a geographical location. What is the map you can see here? You can see map. Whatever the green dots you are able to see in this worldwide, this AWS global infrastructure map. Within this map, whatever the green dots you are able to see, that green dots is mentioning 36 regions. In India, we have Hyderabad and Mumbai. These two regions. In this region, if I select Hyderabad, the green dot, it is showing as a availability zone 3. That means within the Hyderabad, across Hyderabad corners, different corners, they build up 3 data centers. Is complete infrastructure building that data center. That data center they are calling as a availability zone. Within Hyderabad, 3 availability zones are there to serve the customers. Like that, each green dot is going to have 2 or more availability zone. Availability zone is nothing but a specified that complete setup of infrastructure, a data center. Here it in AWS is going to call it as availability zone. Whatever the red dots you are able to see, that red dots, they are developing, they are creating a region. Okay, this is AWS global presence. Okay. Now, as soon as you connect, as soon as you log into that AWS management console, as soon as you select services, each and every service, as soon as you select, it is going to showcase one specific reason. I am connecting from Bangalore. Even though I am connecting from Bangalore, the AWS infrastructure is intelligent enough to connect North Virginia. Why it is connecting North Virginia? There are multiple reasons are available. Why it is connecting North Virginia? I can choose change the location also, but AWS is intelligent enough, it is going to make sure to serve you better. Whatever the service you are going to choose, it is going to decide wherever the resources are free, wherever sufficient resources available, even though I am a free tier guy, I am not paying anything. The AWS infrastructure, global infrastructure is going to make sure it is going to provide a best service. It is going to choose for you, it may be Singapore, it may be Sydney. Means there for your connection from your internet connection from your location, that is a reason is readily available to serve you better. You are going to get, make sure the AWS is going to make sure to provide a best service, smooth service, whatever the service you are going to select. Okay, you can choose or else you can leave it. So here I am connected to North Virginia, even though I am sitting in India, in Bangalore, connected to North Virginia, because from my internet connection, the AWS is able to identify the best of 36 reasons, the best reason to serve me better. Okay, no need to change the reason. So what is this reason? A reason is nothing but geographical location. Within the region, I will be connected to one of the availability zone. How many are there in North Virginia? There are 5 availability zones are there. Some are going to have 3, some are going to have 5, some are going to have 7. Depends upon the customer base within that particular region. Okay. Any questions here? We discussed about services, we discussed about account, cost management, and what is a reason, what is the availability zone. Okay, now I am going to proceed with a simple way of deployment a compute resource. Okay, I'm going to select services. I'm not using such option. I'm not using recently visited. Directly I'm going. There is a hand raise. Yes, Jagdishwari, any question, please?
No, I don't have any questions. Sorry, it's mistake.
No problem. Thank you. Okay. There is a message. 1 second. Okay, no problem. This old message. Back to the console. Okay. I'm selecting services. Under services, I'm selecting compute and I'm selecting EC2 service. Under EC2 service, I'm going to click on instances. As soon as you are able to see, you are going to get a dashboard here. If you are not going to get a dashboard, you are going to get like this. If you are not getting a dashboard, it's so simple. You are going to, there is a 3 lines below that 9 dots. You will find the 3 lines. Click on the 3 lines to get the dashboard. Okay, I'm going to click on the dashboard. See, dashboard has appeared. Okay, now I'm going to click a instance. What is EC2? EC2 is nothing but Elastic Compute Cloud, a service. to configure, to deploy instances. Instances is nothing but what is here? A virtual system. What is a system? System is nothing but a set of components, that is processor, memory, storage, network. A system, whatever the display, whatever the keyboard, whatever the mouse, that is considered as a system. Now, with this particular EC2 service, we are going to deploy instances and associated components. Okay, the first component which we are going to deploy, click on launch instance. I'm clicking on launch instance. As soon as launch instance is initiated, it is going to provide a simple interface wherein I am going to mention first what is my name. I am going to deploy a Windows server. Okay, Windows Server 001. Whatever the name you can mention. Next one. Here, you are going to have a simple interface. You are going to configure only under instance. What is instance? Instance is nothing but a virtual system. Virtual system you are going to configure with a respect to operating system. Okay, you are not going to get any expertise. You are not required any expertise to do this. I am using just mouse. Just mention the name. Okay, in this application and OS images, in this a predefined configuration templates will be available, images available, that is AMI, Amazon Machine Image, a pre-configured image. Okay, so I can choose Microsoft Windows, Linux, Ubuntu, SUSE, Mac OS, any OS. The list is available under application and OS images. Then instance type. What is instance type? Instance type is nothing but hardware configuration. If you go to that market, if you want to purchase a laptop, you are going to have a Dell laptop, Essential, different laptops with configurations, models available. Each vendor having a different configuration set. You will get a laptop for 30,000, you may get 50,000 based on the configuration. Here, instance type is going to talk about hardware configuration, like how much CPU capacity, how much memory, storage, network capacities. Okay, then key pair. This is a key pair mechanism it is going to use to login mechanism. As it is a pre-configured OS, you are going to select that pre-configured OS. You are not sure what is a password, what is a username. With this particular key pair mechanism, we are going to get that particular password and user details. Okay. Next one, network settings. How do we connect? What IP address it is going to get? What IP to be used to connect? A system to be connect means we have to use either host name or IP configuration. And there is a one more important thing, we are going to understand security group under this. What is a security group? We are going to understand under network settings. Next, storage. How much storage capacity? How much storage? If your laptop is maybe 200 GB, 100 GB, 50 GB, whatever the storage, for each and every system requires a storage to store the files. Okay, that storage we are going to set here. If you want to configure any advanced details, we are going to set advanced details. This is the only 6 settings we are going to do to create. As initially to explain, it is going to take certain time. Once you understand, I can deploy instance within 1 minute. Simple clicks. I mentioned the server name. Now I am going to select application OS. As soon as I select expand the application OS, here you have Amazon Linux, Mac, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, SUSE, multiple. How many we have here? You can select browse more AMIs. If I click on browse, you are going to have multiple AMIs. How many AMIs are available? Here you have marketplace, multiple systems are available here. You can see there is 6,500 different images are available. You no need to download. Pre-configured applications are available. whatever the application you are looking for. You no need to download, you no need to configure anything. You just select and deploy and use it and pay for it. That's it. Okay. So I'm going to showcase now quick start. Okay. I'm going to come back, go to the previous setup wherein I have that configuration, launch instance, Windows Server 001. I'm selecting, as I mentioned, Windows. I'm selecting Windows here. In this Windows, I have a multiple versions, 2025, 2022, different versions of respect to operating system. Here, important thing which you need to understand. Okay, free tier. As we are working on a free tier, that means without billing. I am practicing. That's it. The only thing you need to make sure, whatever the selection you are going to do, that Amazon machine image selection, it is going showing as a free tier or not. Okay. Not only here, there is one more section, free tier. These two sections must be showing as a free tier. Here it is showing as a free tier here. That is fine. But when it comes to instance, I am not getting option of free tier. So you need to make sure this section and this section must be showing as a free tier. Then only it is not going to give any billing. Okay. So make sure you are going to select. Currently 2025 version is not going to support instance as a free tier. That's the reason I select, just a arrow is there. As soon as I click, I'm going to get a list of options here. There are a couple of free tier options are available and there are a couple of non-free tier options are available. That means it is going to chargeable. I need to make sure to practice 750 hours. I am eligible for 750 hours. So hourly base charge is there. So I'm going to select 2022 base. I'm selecting, that is free tier option is available. 2022 OS version I'm selecting, that is a Windows Server. I am not downloading. I am not expertise Windows Server. We are going to deploy Linux system also tomorrow. So I selected 2022 base and you can see that here it is free tier. Now instance type also it is showing as a free tier. Here free tier is there and here also free tier is there. That is a mandatory requirement before deploying. If you are not checking these two options, you are going to get billing. Please follow the steps carefully to avoid any billing. Okay. If you are missing the steps, you are going to get billing and it is not going to deduct anything from your pocket, from your account. Just make sure there will be an option whenever you are allowing credit card link. There is a small option will be there, auto debit. Don't select auto debit. Okay. Just make sure you are going to get authorization. Don't enable auto debit. Monthly bill is going to generate. Whatever the bill it is going to generate, you need to get a notification. You need to authorize. Don't select whenever you are configuring any online portal. Don't select auto renewal, auto debit. Okay. Now, as I am selecting free tier both places, I am not going to get any billing. Next, key pair. You can see before go to key pair, understand this concept. You can see here billing. This is a billing section. For this particular hardware configuration, for on-demand Windows, on-demand is nothing but pay as you go model. Here it is eligible free tier. So whatever the charges it is showing here, these charges just for informational purpose. It is not going to charge anything to you. Okay. What is the charge? If you use this Windows system without a free tier, it is going to charge per hour. How much? Just 0.00162 dollars. That means not even 1 rupee in Indian currency. You are going to get Windows 2022 server without deploying, you are not going to have any expertise. Without any expertise, you are going to get a Windows server. You are able to navigate and you are going to see the interface. You can do R&D and you can delete, no issues. You are not going to pay anything. Even if you are not part of free tier, what amount you are going to pay? Not even 1 rupee. What you are going to get 1 rupee? But in AWS, the AWS interface is providing, that AWS cloud provider is providing free tier. You are going to get a experience, expertise to configure the service. Okay. Free tier. Now key pair. What is a key pair here? Whatever the operating system I selected Windows 2022, that is a pre-configured. OS is configured. I don't know the login details. I don't know username. I don't know password. How to get that username and password? That's where the key pair mechanism is going to help to retrieve that password username details. So how do we configure? I'm going to click on create a key pair. As soon as create key pair, I'm going to mention win key 17 May. That is the key name I mentioned. And now it is asking a format. Here in AWS, the key pair mechanism, whatever the system it is pre-configured, that is going to integrated with one public key. Okay, one password mechanism, one kind of mechanism, public key. Now you are going to create, okay, one private key. Once whatever the private key, it is going to match with that particular public key, it is going to decrypt the password. It is just like already lock is there, you are making a key to open that lock. That is a key pair mechanism, a public and private key combination. Once these two combinations are matching, it is going to allow you to get the username and password details. Okay, so for Windows systems, we are going to use PEM extension. For Linux systems, other than Windows, we are going to use PPK extension. Okay, where it is going to use, what I'm doing now, I'm just creating a private key. Where we are going to use this private key, I'm going to showcase. I'm going to click on create key pair. It is going to download. It is downloaded to my local system. It is available under my download folder. And key pair is done. Next, network settings. In this network settings, you can see here, I'm not doing any configuration. Just it is showing RDP allowed. RDP allowed. What is this? The symbol representation anywhere. The anywhere, that IP address combination, I'm going to explain in the networking what is this 000/0. This is any network, symbol representation, any network. Okay. We are going to discuss about more on this. Why it is allowing? This is a security feature. The security means firewall configuration. Here, without having any knowledge, we are controlling the network packet. There are 65,000 plus application port numbers are available. What is application ports? You may have heard about SSH port number 22, HTTP port number 80, like that. Those port numbers, like that, for each and every network packet, the network packet can enter into the network with 65,000 plus ways. Out of 65,000 plus, I am allowing only one packet. What is that packet application number? RDP traffic only I am allowing. By default, I need to connect that system. Where I am in? I am sitting outside. The system is getting deployed in North Virginia region with one of the availability zone, one of the data center. I am sitting remotely. I need to access that system. That is, for Windows, it is RDP. For Linux, it is SSH. I am going to showcase tomorrow. Okay, this is out of 65,000 application connections. I'm allowing only RDP traffic. By default, it is going to allow. That is a security group. Security group is nothing but what is the security group it is creating? The security group is nothing but a firewall at a instance level. Okay. That security group is controlling the network packet flow with only one application port number, that is RDP. Okay. What is RDP port number? Anyone? Next, I'm minimizing the network. I'm not configure anything. It is default option is allowed. I selected default option. Configure storage. By default, here Windows system is allowing 30 GB. I can increase the size. I can increase the way of the configuration. I'm not touching anything. I'm okay with the 30 GB. So what are the things I did? I just mentioned the name. Then under application and OS images, I selected a free tier of Windows platform, that is Windows Server 2022 base. I don't know anything about that 2022, even though I'm able to connect. Let's see. Minimize. Next, hardware configuration. That is also free tier. What is the configuration? 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. You can imagine 1 CPU, 1 GB memory, even our laptop is going to suffer to navigate. But you can see the miracle in AWS console. I just completed. I'm going to select a summary, review the summary. What is the summary here? I can review the summary. What is the configuration? I selected T2 micro. T2 micro is nothing but that 1 CPU, 1 GB, that configuration model. Just like a Dell laptop, you are purchasing one model, it is having some configuration. The same Dell kind of laptop, here all systems we are going to call it as a some model name. That model name is T2 micro here. That's it. Okay, different models are there. T2 micro, T2 D series, S series, different series are available. All those instance models. Okay. Once you review summary, how many instances I'm deploying here? Only one. What is a OS? Windows 22. What is a instant type? What is a firewall configuration? What is the storage configuration? Then you are able to see at the minimize, you can come down and you can see, is it a free tier or not? Right? You can see here, free tier. In your first year of operating AWS account, you are going to get 750 hours of per month. Okay.
The storage volume is 30 GB. We can increase that also.
Sorry.
Storage volume is written there is one volume is 30 GB.
Okay.
So we can increase that also.
Yes, you can increase, and we are going to discuss about how to increase the resources. We are going to work on that topic.
Okay.
Currently, this is a free tier eligibility.
Okay.
If you configure any configuration, that is going to chargeable. Okay.
Okay.
Just
Srinivas, I do have a question.
yes, please.
How did you select the T2 micro instances?
In this instance type, I
Mm-hmm.
did select. As soon
Okay.
as I select application and OS images, what I
Okay, okay.
selected here, Windows 2022 base. What is my requirement? I need to make sure these
Yeah,
two
free.
settings must be free tier.
Yeah. Mm.
As soon as I select a 2022 base, the instant whatever the configuration is required for this OS, it's selected automatically.
Okay, got it, sir.
Okay. If you
Yeah.
drop down here, this is a drop down tab. You are going to get a different model configurations. Out
Yeah.
of all, you have to select only free tier to avoid billing.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So here, I'm going to just click on launch instance. Configuration is done. How quickly it is going to deploy? This entire configuration I can complete within 1 minute. The successfully instant deployed. Now I'm going to go to, again, I'm not using shortcuts, practicing. Go to click on services, compute, EC2, and then list what is instances. I have this dashboard. I'm going to select instances, or else I have the dashboard option. Click on the dashboard. Here you can see here what all the dashboard, how many instances are there, what all the components are selected in this particular dashboard. Where can I get? By clicking on the dashboard here. Okay. In this dashboard, I have the complete list of how many instances are there, one only deployed. How many key pairs they configured? One key pair. How many security groups? I configured only one security group. There is a one default entry will be there. Now, in addition to the default entry, I created one more security group. What is a security group? Security group is nothing but a firewall configuration at the system level. What is the value? It is a disk, the 30 GB disk it is going to showcase. This is the dashboard information. Now I'm going to select that instance. The instance, it is, understand this configuration here. The whatever the system name I mentioned, it is the name it is going to showcase here. That represents an ID, the AWS internal ID reference. I am not able to control this. I can control only the name. Okay, I can rename as per my wish. What is the configuration? One CPU, that is a model name. What is the status check? It is getting deployed. In where? In North Virginia, one of the availability zone, it is getting deployed. So what I'm going to do, just there is a refresh option is available. I'm going to refresh and see that the status check must be shown as a 2x2 checks passed. I have to wait, and here currently it is initializing. I have to wait until this showcase as a status check showing as a 2x2 checks passed. It is going to take a while to complete. Just refresh. Meanwhile, I'm going to collect the details. What details are required for any system? For any system, if I want to connect any system, what is the details required? IP address or host name?
Host name, IP address, yes.
Username, password. These details are required. In addition to that, I need a tool to connect remotely. Right? This is the 4 things I need to access my resource. Now, what is a resource to connect remotely? What tool I need to use Windows system to connect remotely? For every laptop is going to have by default remote desktop connection. Right? In every laptop, you will be finding remote desktop connection. You can do MSTSC also. MSTSC, Microsoft Terminal Service Client, that is also gives you remote desktop option. As soon as it's selected, it is asking IP or host name. Where can I get host name IP details? Whatever the system I deployed, as soon as you select here, as soon as the checkbox, see here, the system, I'm selecting the checkbox. As soon as I select checkbox, under details, you will be having details, public and private. What is a public and what is a private? Can anyone?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Public is IP from through we are access from anywhere these servers.
Exactly. What is private?
Private is used for the interconnecting the servers.
Very good. Thank you. The private and public IP. What is a private and public IP? There is a option is public and private DNS name also. Okay. Either I can use the host name or the IP address. What is a private and public? Private information. We are going to discuss about more this IP information in VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. I am going to explain very deeply. So you no need to any basic knowledge also to understand this concept. Okay, come to the topic. private is accessible within the organization. You have to be within that place. I am not in North Virginia. I am not in that availability zone. If I am there in availability zone, within that particular availability zone, I can use this IP address to access this resource. As I am sitting in India, Bangalore, I have to anywhere to access a resource from anywhere. That's where internet I'm going to use, that is a public IP. Okay, so I'm going to use IP address or else DNS name. That is, there is an information is available, public DNS or public IP address. So I'm going to copy this IP address and I'm going to mention this IP address here. Okay, IP address is details ready, tool is ready, and I need to get a username and password. Where to get? You can see that as soon as I select checkbox, the connect tab is getting highlighted here. I'm removing this checkbox. You can see that checkbox, the connect tab is grayed out. Okay, so to get the password, I have to select the instance and I need to click on connect, wherein I have three options: session manager, RDP client, EC2 serial console. Session manager is a tool wherein I can use this particular tool to connect multiple instances with a credentials management. Whereas in EC2 serial console is a mechanism to connect the system to troubleshoot if the remote session is not working. I'm not able to connect remotely. Then the only option is console. That is a EC2 serial console. The troubleshooting, how to work with a serial console, we'll discuss later. Now, the option is where can I get the password? I need to click on RDP client. Under RDP client, you can see get password option. What is a username? The username is administrator. I am going to copy this administrator. Whatever the user details are available, all those user details are available with the different languages. I am selecting English. I am going to copy this username and I am going to place this username details administrator. What is the password? Here the important thing, the key pair mechanism is going to work. Here the password, I am going to click on get password. As soon as I click on get password, it is asking to upload the private key. Whatever the key generated during the deployment, I have to attach the same key. As soon as I click on upload, whatever the key downloaded during the deployment phase, I need to select that. What is that? There is a different keys are available. For previous sessions, I used different keys. If I select other key, it is not going to allow. Let me choose other key. There is a 12th April key is there. Is it going to allow decrypt? I'm selecting, click on decrypt password. It is throwing an error. Whatever the key we created during the deployment, we have to attach to get the password. So that is an important mechanism. I have to select win key 17 May during just now we created. I'm using that and I'm going to click on decrypt password. As soon as I click on decrypt password, I got the password. I'm going to use this password. This is the password. I'm ready to connect the access. So what is our IP details? I'm going to enter. This is a tool. I'm going to enter the IP and I'm going to enter the username, connect here. This connection is not going to work if you are accessing from your office network. Make sure if you are practicing in office environment, make sure you connected on mobile hotspot. Okay, some office environments is not going to allow. Administrator, what is the password? Whatever the password I collected, that password I am going to enter. What is the configuration of the system? One CPU, 1 GB RAM only. With I did not pay any, I didn't configure. If you want to deploy a server, I need to get a system, I need to download ISO image, I need to purchase a license, I need to have a knowledge to configure the system. Without knowing anything, simple 4 clicks, I'm able to deploy a system. Now this system I can use to configure application, to install any application, whatever you want, you can configure. Okay, we are going to understand this particular service comes under what kind of cloud model it is. Okay, so this system is just having one CPU, 1 GB RAM. I did not configure anything. Now you can do whatever you want. You can explore, you can understand the knowledge, you can practice whatever the important parameters. If you want to explore, you can do R&D. If something goes wrong, delete it and create it. As simple as that. You are going to understand how to enhance the resources, how to configure the resources, where you are going to get this kind of practice without paying anything. So the interface, even though it is 1 GB, 1 CPU, how easily you are able to navigate the system. You can configure a Active Directory, you can configure roles and responsibility, you can work on disk management, you can configure the network management. What else? You can practice any operating system. You don't know anything about Linux? Okay, deploy Linux, deploy Ubuntu, SUSE Linux, anything, everything is free. You can practice. You are not going to get this kind of practices anywhere. Okay. Any questions? This is a way we are going to deploy a service. How simply we deployed. Okay. Tomorrow we are going to deploy Linux instance, Windows instance, compare between Windows and Linux instance, and what key pair mechanism, security group comparison. We are going to understand all those components in tomorrow's session by deploying Windows and Linux in a simple manner. This is all
Hello.
about today's session. Any questions, please?
Hello.
Yes, please.
This is connected to by default RDP port. So how I change the default RDP port on AWS?
Default RDP port, what port you are going to modify? Changing the RDP to any other port?
Yeah, this is default port is connected to default port.
Yes, the RDP is only allowed, only RDP. If you want to HTTP, for example, on this system, you are going to configure web server, right? That's web server you need to access from outside. As it is allowed only RDP port number, you are not able to access web server. To access the web server, what port is required? Port number 80 and 443 secure, right? So those security group, we need to go to that security group of this particular instance where it is available. Go to directly EC2 dashboard. I'm going to EC2 dashboard wherein security groups available. Under this security group, there is a default. You should not don't touch. I changed as a rename as a do not touch. The default one you should not touch. As soon as you log in, you are able to see some default entry. So you should not delete any default entries. So that's the reason there is a pencil icon is going to come here. The pencil icon, you modify the name as do not touch. You should not do any modification in this sector, in this section. Okay. Whatever the security group we created along with instance, this is a security group. Now this security group is having a inbound, outbound rules. Okay. A security group is nothing but a firewall. So currently during the deployment, by default, it is allowed only RDP. Now you would like to add any additional ports out of 65,000 plus application ports. For example, you configure this particular web server Windows system as a web or as a DB. To establish communication, you have to add inbound rules. By clicking on add rule, you are going to select, for example, you configure HTTP. You are going to select HTTP by default, default port 80. If you want to add, you can add HTTPS, secure configuration, IMAPs, whatever the MySQL, whatever the port. You can define your own port number also. Custom port number, custom TCP, custom UDP, custom protocol. You can configure what port to allow communication. But for example, as your question, which I understood, you would like to change, for example, remote desktop, this application, this client is going to connect only on 3389 port number. If you change at a destination AWS some different port number, what you need to do? Internal, from wherever you are connecting, you need to change that port number here itself. Then only you are able to connect. Okay, both client and server side, you have to change same port number communication so that you can establish communication. Hope it is clear. Okay. As soon as we configure this particular system, okay, whatever the system you deploy, I am done today's session. What we need to do before log off? Okay, I spend nearly 1 hour on this particular instance. Okay, if I leave this instance as it is, what it is going to use? This particular instance is hourly based charge. For example, I am leaving this instance as it is, and tomorrow I am going to connect back. Then what about 23 hours? Without using this service, I am wasting 23 hours of my free tier usage. So what you need to do? Whatever the service you deploy, once your practice is done, what you need to do? You have to select that and click on instance state. There is an option, terminate instance. I am going to click on terminate. Yes, terminate. Automatically, as soon as you terminate, that billing, that service hourly based concept is going to stop. It is going to shut down. I am going to go back to dashboard. In the dashboard, instances running state must be shown as a 0. Okay, I'm refreshing here dashboard. Now we can see 0. That means I don't have any billing resource currently. There is a key pair. I'm going to that click on key pair. I'm going to select whatever the actions I did. I'm removing all those actions. That is a practice you need to do. Don't waste your free tier resources. I'm going to click on dashboard again and I'm going to refresh 0, 0, 0. Now security group. In the security group, I should not touch, I should not modify or delete a default one. Whatever the security group I created, I'm going to select that and click on actions, delete security group. As it is already in use, just wait for refresh and then I'm going to select action, delete security group. Still it is in use, wait for some time, it is going to allow to delete. Okay, I'm going to refresh again. That instance should be terminated. Once an instance is completely terminated, then I can able to delete the security group. Action, delete. Yes, delete. Now go to dashboard. Now you can see that. Refresh. 0, 0, 0, 1. This security group 1 is a default one. Next section, all are zeros. Here instant it is showing as a 1. This one will be go off after some time. No need to worry. Just you need to make sure, click on that instance. Make sure that instance is showing as a terminated. Okay. Other than termination option, anything else, it is going to count for billing. Okay. You need to make sure it is terminated and this entry will be disappear after some time. You no need to worry about it. Okay. Again, click on dashboard and then make sure here 001, 000 and here this one, no matter, no issues, make sure it is showing as a terminated. That's it. Our session is completed. Your practice is done. Your billing section is going to stop. Okay. This is a cleanup you have to do right after every practice. Starting of the practice, you have to understand what is a cost, what is a billing, and what are the services are in use. You need to cross verify. And at the end of the service, you need to make sure you clean up the environment. This is for your practice. If you keep the service as it is, you are not going to deploy again. Not only that, you are wasting your free tier usage. Okay. Hope you understand. So before closing the session for today, just explaining If you are not registered, if you are watching on YouTube, this session will be uploaded in YouTube and share the link in WhatsApp community link in a next few minutes by admin team. Just log on to www.logiclabstech.com, wherein you can click on upcoming batches. As soon as you click on upcoming batches, you are able to find the Zoom link. This Zoom link is going to allow you to get a free link for tomorrow's session. Who are joined already today, no need to click on. If you are watching on YouTube, just click on this Zoom link to join, to get a free session link information for tomorrow session. Okay. If you are happy to continue this training sessions, please complete the payment if you are happy. Otherwise, wait for tomorrow session also. You can understand what we are going to discuss. This is all about today. Any questions before closing?
Yes, Srinivas.
Yes, please.
So you used remote desktop connection for Windows OS, and so can you please tell me the name of the tool which we need to use for Mac OS?
Mac OS.
Yeah.
Mac OS, it is going to be SSHR, a remote different tool. I
Can I
didn't.
use PuTTY?
Yeah, PuTTY session for other than Windows, everything we are going to use PuTTY session, remote connection. I didn't try Mac OS anytime. You can give a try, deploy Mac OS and try to connect. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to showcase in this session, tomorrow session, we are going to practice one Linux instance, one Windows instance. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions, please?
So we have to, if we wanted to enable and we create, we have to use this training YouTube video and we have to practice, right?
Yes, you can practice YouTube video and the recorded sessions will be uploaded in few minutes by admin team. So
Okay.
everyone who are interested to continue this session, okay, please complete registration. Without registration, you are not in a position to log into the console. Okay. Once you complete the registration by following the steps, okay, you are able to log into the console and you can deploy. You can just pause and play so that you can deploy easily, so that you can understand. Even registration account also, please watch that YouTube link. And if you already completed the payment, the same recorded session will be uploaded to LMS Graphy portal as well, wherein you can access that your link as well without any ads. In YouTube, you are going to get ads, but in LMS Graphy portal, the recorded session can be playable without any ads. Okay. Any other questions, please?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, during the EC2 instance creation, we have created a key pair.
Yes.
So, and we have downloaded in our local system.
Yes.
So the key file is specific for the particular account, or we can use in the other EC2 instance. Like we in the future we have created another EC2 instance, so we can use that, or we need to create a separate one.
Very good question. Yes. If you are deploying, we can use existing key pair also. The
Okay.
only requirement is, while deploying instance, what key pair you are going to select, that key pair is going to use to generate the password.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Yeah. We are going to practice all those options. No worries.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, any questions? Any other? Someone raise their hand. Abir Banerjee. Any question?
So that key pair, that particular password what we have created will be we can delete that after instance termination.
Yeah, we deleted, right? Key pair can be deleted. We have to create one more tomorrow session. What are the session? Now that key pair is downloaded in my downloads folder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete that key pair.
Okay.
So that's it. Yeah. Okay then. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye.